University San Isidro Campus. Under Entrepreneurial Behavioral Management subject, here is my video recitation presentation to the following tasks. Number 1. How an entrepreneur works to the businessman. Entrepreneur works to the businessman by sharing some ideas with their newly discovered ways or innovation that can benefit one's business. And by checking some possibilities, businessmen can now apply these ideas for their business to do well and will reach the goal they have set. They both work in a way that can benefit both parties. Entrepreneur can set the idea while the businessman follows the idea. We all know that most of the businessmen follows only the old ideas they have for their business. Well, if they work with an entrepreneur and if they are willing to take risks, then they might ace the market. Question number 2. Discuss the behavior or attitude of a certain entrepreneur. Here are the 10 attitudes of a certain entrepreneur. Determined. The entrepreneur must be determined always in making the work. The determination allows an entrepreneur to dream of an impossible vision and make it reality. It is also about respecting the fact that there could possibly have an ups and down and will likely require change of paths several times before the vision is realized. Ready for the rest. The entrepreneur must be ready for the rest at all times. It is because in making a business, there's always a rest involved in every action that you do. However, it is important for us to be ready in every rest. Taking rest in does not mean going into business blindly and then expecting great results. Taking rest in entrepreneurship involves careful planning at work. Practical. The entrepreneur should have the practicality. It is significant for an entrepreneur to become a wise people who keep their job while they get their own business going. They must be taking the initiative to start their own business. Hardworking. The entrepreneur must be hardworking one, so then he could become successful. Being a dedicated, driven, and focused entrepreneur is always required for in order to gain a highly organized and have seemingly boundless energy. All the entrepreneurs must work very hard before achieving their goals in a business. Smart. The entrepreneur have to be smart, especially in making decisions for the business. Since the advantages of being intelligent are undeniable, smart entrepreneurs are more likely to get a better profit and go farther in a business. And they are more likely to be as successful at making work in a business. Have a healthy mindset. An entrepreneur should have a healthy mindset because it helps the entrepreneur to have a good and a better decisions in a business. Have a self-confidence. Basically, confidence is needed. Will know that he is capable in achieving of all his goals and he can actually cope up with that failure since he or she can try another ways to achieve success in a business. Has a strong inner drive. The entrepreneur must have a strong inner drive in taking the role of being an entrepreneur. It is significant for an entrepreneur to have enough courage within himself to pursue the making and building of his desiring business, capable of taking that job or business. An entrepreneur must be capable in taking the positions of being an entrepreneur. Basically, the entrepreneur should possess the potential and characteristics that require an entrepreneurial. He must have the ability and skills as an entrepreneur. And lastly, have an assertive personality. An entrepreneur must have an assertive personality. He must help himself control stress and anger. in order to cope up with the negative instances. Also, it can help an entrepreneur to express himself effectively and stand up on their own point of view. Question number 3. What factors affects the culture of organization? Here's the factors affects the culture of organization. Gender, region, organization strategy, industry, leadership, employees. How organizations live longer? The organizations live longer if all of the circumstances are managed well, because it is the way become the organizations grows and develops. One can say that organization is a powerful tool for human being. Organization is a powerful tool for human being because of it satisfying some human need, and it is possible to organize the required human effort in many ways. Why divisional structures are very important for organization? Because divisional organization involves the grouping of people or activities with similar characteristics into a single department or unit. It is important because they be able to focus on a certain task or goal more by themselves. Give the different role and function of line and staffing of organization. The role and function of line and staffing of organization attempts to render a large and complex enterprise more flexible without sacrificing managerial authority. Because the line function is one that directly advances an organization in its core work, while a staff function supports the organization with specialized advisory. How the key elements works of organization. The key elements of organization is working together by simply synchronizing with each other. What are the employees' roles in the organization? The employees play a huge role in the organization. Aside from they are the only one who make the works, they also the one who builds up an organization. Why committee structural is important to organization? Committee structural is important because they are the one who decides more of a situation or a problem. Explain the advantages and disadvantages of committee of the organization. The advantages of committee structural in an organization is that when something happens, they are there to take over the decision makings. While the disadvantages of having a committee structural in an organization is that it will cost more an organization paying those board committee members to do their tasks.